Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Pokemon Red. Guys,
Yeah. What?
guys, Shane's here.
Oh,
Hi,
fuck.
Shane.
Don't look at
Hi,
me.
Shane.
Don't look at me.
Shane, it's okay. It's a podcast.
No,
They
no,
don't
don't.
see us.
Don't look at me.
He's hideous. Hideous.
I'm. Wait.
Shane, what are we playing?
Hang on. Today we are playing Pokemon Fire Red.
Come on.
Wow, it's putting in overtime. He's doing
Yeah,
an intro
Dude,
for you
he's doing
too.
Matt's job.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
I
and this time Matt's gonna make a copy of the recording, right?
I think I'm pretty good. Okay, what episode
Yeah.
number is this?
Not delete it.
I
What,
don't know.
47?
I don't know.
That's a lot
I
of
think-
episodes.
I think 1 in 47 is not bad.
I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time you did something like this.
No, it's definitely the first time.
Uno, you didn't start recording until like half an hour in.
Yeah, but that's a different situation.
So what even happened here? You just straight up deleted the gameplay footage?
Dustin,
Yeah.
I had a conversation with him. Not only did he delete the game footage, I then said, well, why didn't you just get it from a recycling bin? He said he emptied the recycling bin.
Because my hard drive was filling up and I needed to make space in my hard drive. So I just kind of went through, and I don't know what it was that made me not realize that it was the podcast footage. I think maybe it was because it was Rob playing. So like subconsciously I thought he was going to come drop off the footage like he normally does. Or maybe or it was like we had already done only up during the quiz, so maybe I thought we'd already. I don't know, but I had. Wait, okay. I'm gonna get. First, let me grab an animal like a dog or something. Let me sit down on the couch, look at the camera. I had a severe lapse in judgment, and it won't happen again.
This is your apology video.
Yeah, pull out the fucking ukulele.
Yeah, but dude, can we talk about that?
You want to talk about that?
Has that been
Wait.
talked about yet? I don't.
We haven't
No.
talked about it now.
We haven't.
I might
Wait.
ask that a lot, even though I literally today at work listened to the last 2 episodes of the podcast.
To be fair, Shane,
Nice.
we have to have that conversation ourselves where we're like, have we talked about this? I don't know.
Let's talk about it, huh?
Let's just jump right into it.
So what are
Actually,
we
wait.
talking
Jump right into
Miranda Things got canceled. When did you ever think those words were going to be said?
Who?
For Rob, yep, that's what I was gonna say. For Rob, never, because he does not know who that is.
Would you say Miranda what?
Miranda
Cosgrove.
Things.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Did someone just jokingly say Miranda Cosgrove?
I was gonna try to see if I could trick him into thinking it was Miranda Cosgrove.
Jeez.
Carly did what?
So who's this Miranda girl?
So
She's like one of the
she's-
OG YouTubers. pretty
she
much.
was famous on
Alright.
Vine when Vine was a whole thing.
All right,
yeah,
so
it was just like- it was just like parody, Not even like parody music. It was like, I guess it was. I don't know, it's comedy, not parody though.
She do a racism?
don't-
Yeah, a couple of things. Racism.
He did do racism, but that's not really the big thing.
That's not the
she-
big thing. Oh,
She like trauma dumped about her divorce on like one of her underage fans or some shit like that.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, not good.
Had like a whole
Uh,
group chat of underage fans. That was
Have
cool.
like sexually explicit conversations with them.
Oh yeah, no, that gets worse.
Yeah,
It's like a grown ass woman in her 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have just said an adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did her apology video in the
With a
form of
ukulele?
song.
because she started saying that her lawyer said she couldn't talk about it, but they didn't say she couldn't sing about it.
No.
Yeah.
So she did like a whole 10-minute song talking about how she's totally not a groomer.
Like,
are
kind
you
of,
serious?
and it was
like
kind
I'm sorry,
of improv.
I can't. It was like improv, but also like she wasn't even singing half the time.
She's an idiot.
She was just talking over ukulele.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Dude, if your lawyer's trying to help you.
Do you remember?
my.
Do you remember that like TikTok person or whatever that had the apology video where they like danced? They did like an interpretive dance apology.
Oh no!
I'd only heard of it after this one happened. I never heard
Yeah.
it before.
Same energy as this one. But no, this was something else. It was just like it was like watching a car wreck. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't you didn't want to keep watching, but something just like you just wanted to. You're like, how bad can this get?
Yep. Sheer curiosity.
Yeah, I think the best thing to come out of it was that someone charted it in Clone Hero.
Oh my god, I did see that.
And then I think it was a Psy, the Pinnacle and Guitar Hero YouTube. I think complete. I watched. That's how I watched the video.
I think he probably FC'd it.
I didn't watch the original one. I did watch it. I wasn't gonna watch it in full until I saw that it was Guitar Hero charted, and then I'm like, all right, well, I can kill two birds with one stone here.
When it came out, I sat through maybe 2 minutes, and then I said, nope, can't do it. My body will not allow me.
Yeah, I never even tried watching it.
How do you How do you think that's a good idea?
I think she's just stupid.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, I guess in a situation where you don't really have much else to lose, I guess.
Maybe.
I do find it hilarious how some people just don't listen to their lawyers.
They're like, I know what to do.
Lawyers are so expensive, cost so much money, and you decide don't listen to them.
Yeah, she's got the money.
I mean, even still, it's just you're putting so much money into it. It's being like, whatever. Yeah, you didn't give me the answer I wanted.
Here's the thing that concerns me, okay? Is one of two things has to be true here, right? Either for whatever reason, because it feels like the amount of YouTubers who end up becoming creeps like that is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. Yeah.
So that tells me one of two things. Either, for whatever reason, something about being a YouTuber makes them want to do that, or the percentage of people that just do that is way higher in general than you would like to be. And
I feel like it's just like
it's a little bit of both, really.
I feel like it's just like the idea that like they only like do. It's like normal people don't have like a large group of fans on the internet, right?
I guess
like most people don't. Most people don't have like, I guess, the same access to like or like power status that regular people.
We love parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
Listen, as a streamer, I have unfortunately dealt with a handful of weird people that, you know, are for some reason are obsessed with me.
I've done the same.
And it's such a, like, granted, like, I will not play devil's advocate for grooming minors because that's just not okay. But like,
not
from a streamer's perspective,
idea.
It is like, especially when you're dealing with it for the first time, it's a very like strange thing to navigate because you never want to like I found myself in a position where I was like, I don't want to like hurt anyone's feelings, but like then it's like some things get to a certain point where you literally just like have to tell the person to fuck off. Like,
I remember one of the weirdest, and it wasn't like no one did anything wrong in this situation that I'm gonna explain. And I had mentioned it to both Matt and Dustin before off podcast, but probably about a year ago, I was chatting with one of my longtime viewers in my Discord via text, and just by conversation, we realized that we lived 15-20 minutes away from each other, very close.
That's crazy.
And to the point where I forget exactly what it was, but he had a family relative who lives 3 streets down from me or something. So
Wow.
I then made the comment, I was like, dude, and this is someone who this is someone who's been in my chat for years at this point. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Maybe we could meet up or something, right? And then they made the comment that they were still in high school.
Mm.
And as soon as
I feel like I've heard this story.
As soon as they mentioned that, I immediately was like, oh shit, oh no.
It's all right, cool, have a good day, and then you stop. It's
the thing is, I especially need to be careful because, great, obviously nothing wrong happened, but I don't even want to give the illusion of anything like that, especially because I'm trying to be a teacher. Well, I'm trying to be a teacher too.
Scumbag.
Huh?
You're lucky the kid's not a scumbag or anything like that. Try screenshot and twist it or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even in private DMs.
The about Rob the Gamer twit longer.
This was just in my public Discord. We had shared maybe 2 DMs, but for the most part, it was just in my Discord. So I mean, it would have been hard for them to twist my words. I mean, I literally it amounted to oh, we should meet up, not hey, you want to fuck me?
There wasn't any
anything
implication
like that.
of anything.
Yeah, no. So I mean,
I had a situation where I ended up finding out a viewer who I met because he was a mod on another streamer's channel, which is a whole nother story because this streamer who he was a mod for was in his 30s, and this guy was in high school. The mod was in high school. But then I didn't know for a long time that he was in high school and he was lying about his age. And then when I found out, I was like, hey, it was also the same point in time where I realized that Discord was going to be 18 plus and my content is marked as 18 plus just because I don't even want to deal with any of that,
Yeah, I don't. I deliberately do not have my content marked as 18 plus, mostly because I don't talk about anything that is 18 plus. The only reason my stream be 18 plus is just because I swear. And the way I see it is that honestly, whether people like it or not, teenagers are swearing anyway.
Also, teenagers are lying about their fucking age.
Yeah, so that's irrelevant.
Not that it makes it a good thing, it's such a slippery slope to navigate as a streamer.
It's not. I mean, it's not that slippery of a slope.
It's not that slippery, but when you deal with situations like that, where it's
simple as the following situations. Okay, rule number 1: don't get creepy with anyone. Rule number 2: try to think before you say something, especially because you don't want something to be said out of context. And then number 3, just use common sense pretty much. I don't know. One of the things that I have always specifically done, one of the first things I did when Discord came out and I made my own Discord, was I made 2 specific voice channels. One generic one and one called Live. And the big difference is that the one that's called Live is on lockdown. Only people that I approve can join that voice call. And I'm
Right.
very, very picky of who can be in voice. Because I don't want someone who I don't know that well coming in and saying things they shouldn't.
Yeah.
What about someone you do know coming in and saying things they shouldn't?
I've had that
Also,
happen
can I-
too.
Also, can I join your Discord?
You're in my Discord.
Yo,
You are in his Discord.
I
Oh,
don't think you have the role though, Matt.
I just want the audience to know that in order for me to stream Pokemon to them, they had to upgrade me in the server like to a higher role, and Rob took issue with it.
Yeah, he was very against it.
He was very upset about it.
Not. They're putting
He
words in my
threw a whole
mouth.
fit, threatened to leave the podcast.
Yeah,
Wow.
he literally he had a
Why
gun.
is here?
He had a
Pointed at
gun,
his computer screen at Chain's Discord profile,
and he
and
shot
that's
me.
threatening.
Took his chair, threw it out the window.
Wow.
Robert
Yeah.
was not happy.
I know,
Dude, I must have dementia because I don't remember doing any of this.
Yo, oh,
We could
Dustin,
have told you that.
Dustin, can I tell you a fun fact I watched about dementia?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yo, hey, Dustin, can I tell you a fun thing about dementia?
Stop.
Matt,
Matt, you literally work with dementia patients.
I do.
What if
So
they're listening to this?
they can't.
Trust me. If they are, they'll forget in an hour anyway.
It doesn't matter. They're all deaf anyway, so they can't listen to podcasts.
True.
And we don't update the closed
Anyway.
captioning.
Anyway, I watched this like short or TikTok or whatever it was, and it was describing about how these like care facilities in Germany that are specifically for dementia patients. Because dementia patients, one thing they do, or they just kind of like, they just like want to go home. So sometimes they'll just roam, or they'll just try to go somewhere. So what they did is they set up fake bus stops outside of the home or whatever, so that patients with dementia would just leave the nursing home and then just go sit at the bus stops and wait.
No, wait, and the people always know where they went.
Yeah, because they just go to the bus stop, and then I guess it just kind of spread, and a bunch of places in Germany do this now.
Well, yeah,
That's
because
pretty
what they'll
smart.
do is they see someone there, they'll have an employee walk over there, talk with them for a little bit, and then be like, "Oh, you missed the bus. Well, why don't you wait inside? It's nice and warm
Yeah.
in there." And then they're like, "Okay, that sounds good," and
Yeah.
then they just forget again.
That's what it does, and honestly, that's in line with the training that I've done at work, where like at the beginning it was they would like basically the training for that shifted from like making an attempt to try to explain what's really going on
Nope.
to it being like, nah, you just gotta live in you just gotta live in their world for a little bit,
Pretty much.
and that's literally all you can do.
Take a seat in their shoes. Oh, wait,
Basically. Well, you said it. So take a seat in their shoes. I will. Yeah, I think that's incredible. It's like
Yeah.
they just sit at a bus stop, and then you go and get them. They're like, "Hey, come on, man, you can't be out here."
I
Come
was
inside.
curious. I had seen that short as well, Matt. I was actually curious if you thought that something like that would work here in the U.S.
I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, other than I don't see any reason why it wouldn't.
Hmm.
I don't think it has anything to do with. I don't think American dementia is different from German dementia.
No, I'm thinking more like
You'd be
legally,
surprised.
Like, could you do something like that?
It might be a little bit weirder because I don't know if just like more nursing homes are like right on the street. So like, where would you really put it? Yeah,
I
but
guess, yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know. I thought it was insane. Like, that's so smart.
Yeah, it is.
Should have implemented it earlier.
I immediately thought about the presidents where I work and wondering if it would work, and honestly, it might.
I know you said residents, but I definitely thought you said
I heard presidents.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say I heard
presidents.
presidents, and I
That's
was like,
applicable.
damn, that
All the
also.
presidents.
It is applicable, yeah.
they set up a
Applicable.
bus stop. They set up a bus stop outside the White House for Joe Biden.
At least a handful of presidents would have fallen for that, I bet.
I think the most recent two both could.
Hey,
Yeah, there's at least two.
yeah, like hey, can someone go get President Biden? He's at the bus stop again.
He's doing cocaine on a fake bus stop.
God.
Dude, I can't believe Joe Biden was doing cocaine in the White House. That's insane.
I think that's pretty sick.
I can't believe.
I prefer a president who does cocaine over a president who doesn't do cocaine.
Exactly.
Remember when we had a gamer running for president?
Ace
Wait,
Watkins?
I was running for president?
Yeah.
I remember Ace Watkins.
Oh
That
yeah,
was that was great Twitter. Well, that was hard drive, right? Was that hard drive Mag? I was doing that.
I was it
I
Ace
thought it was
Hawkins? I feel like it was something else. I feel like it was
Not,
another gamer.
not for president, but I genuinely, and I was 100% serious when I was looking into this. I was looking into what it takes to run for the House of Representatives.
Oh shit.
Yo, let's get Rob in the house.
Rob in the house.
Dude,
I'm your man.
honestly, here's the thing. So, like, you could run for the House. You need, like, 10,000 signatures,
yeah,
and then, like, I don't know, a couple $1,000.
yeah.
Like, you know, I could pull that off, I think.
You think you're getting 10,000 signatures?
Dude, I'm a teacher. I don't do a shit over the summer.
Now you do.
Dude.
You're running for House of Reps.
If
He
I
puts
got 200 signatures a day, then it would only take, like,
All right,
50,
everybody.
50.
Do you think you're getting 200 a day?
All right, everybody. Welcome to
think
the
I could.
stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna post a link in chat. If you can just go sign your name on that. We're gonna attack Twitch at the top. And
No,
by
I
the top,
thought
we
about
mean the
it.
presidency.
So, no, because here's what my strategy would be, okay?
I'm listening.
Alright. First stop would be all major, and again, obviously this part wouldn't be over the summer, but first stop would be all major college campuses.
All right.
But like, you have to do it in a way where people will listen. And I think I can pull it off.
You should get the same campaign team that you had in high school for being president of the band.
Absolutely not.
Were you president of the band?
No, and I'm not, and I'm. Don't get me started on it, Shane.
He was robbed.
I get it.
Pun not intended.
That shouldn't be so funny, but it is.
I'm not happy about that still.
It's unfortunate, man.
It's annoying.
I voted for you.
Sorry for your loss.
I'm glad you voted for me, madam. Thank
I
you
voted for Rob.
I voted
I
for you,
think-
Robert.
Dustin, you couldn't vote. Shut up.
You're right,
He
but I
would've-
still did.
He would have voted for you.
I cheated for you, Robert.
Dude.
Yeah.
Robert Gamer.
I not only voted for you, I voted for you on my elderly mother's ballot as well.
Wow.
That's pretty messed up.
I saw
Yeah.
some ballots for the other people running, and I threw them away.
Wow.
I think not too many people thought it was a bit, even though it was kind of a bit.
Dude, I literally had to make my final speech before voting, and I literally was like, guys, I understand that, like, things have gotten out of hand. It wasn't my choice. I'm not joking. I seriously am trying to run. But, like,
No, it's
my
it's a
quote-unquote friends made such a mockery of it that, like, I think
Oh, that
there's
would-
a
that
decent
would have me
number of
so pissed
people-
off.
I think there's a decent number of people who thought that I was literally running for a meme. And I wasn't. I was genuinely trying to run.
tough.
Frustrating. Oh, and the worst part about it, Shane, the number one friend that was like fucking me over the most, basically, didn't even vote for me in the end.
Dude, it was the Rob campaign arc was an insane time to be alive. Honestly,
dude,
he had a theme song.
I did have a theme song.
That's so based.
But that was separate from the campaign.
Was that pre or post?
That was pre-campaign.
Yeah, and it just kind of worked. you already had a theme song going into your campaign.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Shane. Kind of by accident, I had a cult.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cult of Rob.
Yeah, it basically was. There was like 5 to 7 like underclassmen who just kind of worshipped me my senior year.
They were just really dedicated. Yeah.
It was really weird.
It was like there were a couple. There was the Rob cult. Then there was also George's cult, which is weird that both of you had one.
George had a cult? I didn't realize George had a cult.
Did you not know? Did you? What are you talking about?
Or I might have forgotten. I don't know.
George's cult was his entire section.
I mean, fair enough.
That started earlier. That was like middle school that started. He just kept it the whole time. Damn. No. Hey,
Well,
Rob, if you run for the House, I'll vote for you. Just like
thanks.
I did in high school.
Thanks.
You always have my vote, dude.
Cool.
I could see
Well,
it.
what I want to do really is run for Senate if possible. But you have to be 30 to run for Senate, so.
Yeah.
Because,
hurry up.
Well, the issue is that,
age
like,
faster.
Okay.
well, here's the thing. So, like, as far as the House goes, our representative kind of did something really fucking stupid in the last couple of years, which I'm not happy about.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't follow local politics.
I'm not particularly a fan of him, so I'm not so sure what thing you're talking about.
This made national news.
Eh?
Back in back when Biden first became president, and he was overseeing us leaving Afghanistan, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Our representative and like 2 other representatives just decided to fly into Afghanistan.
He did?
Yeah.
What?
They just flew into Afghanistan. Cool. And it caused like number of issues because now you have to worry about keeping them safe, and basically the Speaker of the House had to go on record and be like, no one else go to Afghanistan right now. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
We did.
I was not happy.
That's insane.
And then our 2 senators, our senators are awesome, but like, it's also time for them to retire, both of them. Good old Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey are both in their 70s, I believe. Like,
yeah.
Like we need
and Ed's still running.
Yeah.
Come on.
We decided that we're just going to run again.
We need new senators.
We need Rob.
That's my plan. Run for House, then run for Senate.
I was thinking about
not running for president because fuck that.
I was thinking about it. I think there should be a maximum age.
There absolutely should be a maximum age.
Yeah.
And I also think the minimum age should be 24.
The minimum age should be 5.
No.
Yo, that would be sick. Real fun.
The minimum ages, I think, are fine. I'm fine with the minimum ages. But there definitely should be a maximum age. Or, if not a maximum age, then at least for the Senate and House, there should be term limits.
Both.
We should have... There should be a minimum amount of people per age bracket. And it should start with no, it should be like there should be like a certain number of 1 to 10-year-olds, and then
What?
10 to 20-year-olds, and then 20 to 30-year-olds. Right? I think we should have toddlers in the Senate. Is what I'm saying. Because I mean, imagine, like, how they're not being represented. They're going to have to pay taxes eventually, and they're not being represented. Taxation without representation. I think
taxation without representations only in regards to the people who are paying taxes.
Hey,
the kids aren't paying taxes until
No, don't worry about it.
Hey, I'm just saying, if someone wants to bring their second grade class to go dump some tea in fucking Boston Harbor, I'm gonna support them. I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, little dudes. Hell yeah, little dudes. Go for it. I mean, they probably won't be able to carry much. It'll probably just be kind of like they all like will make their little mugs, and then they'll decorate them.
Aww.
And then
they'll put little stickers.
Yeah, and then one will write like "I love mom" on it, and then they'll all just dump the tea into Boston Harbor.
Oh.
I think, and I would support them 100%. You give me a class of second graders. I'll make them all libertarian.
Matt, you can get a class of second graders, and you couldn't get them all to color in the lines.
No, well, yeah. What a libertarian! What a libertarian viewpoint of coloring is to not color in the lines. Rob, you're. Well, you think I'm going to tell them what to do? You think I'm going to tell them where to color? No, they're going to do whatever. They want choice. Second graders
do not have the mental capacity to have any sort of political view.
Oh my, guess they do.
They don't. I work 100%. With children.
Yeah, not libertarian children.
Oh my, shut
up. Hey, Dustin, you want to go start our own podcast over there?
Yeah, dude, let's go ahead and do our own thing. They're arguing whether toddlers can have political opinions or not.
This doesn't. Hey guys, not weird. A good look. Not a good look.
I think I'm set.
We're taking the name too, by the way. Just
yeah, this is gonna be something else.
You're gonna need to do one.
Well, we're taking the logo.
Good, because you're a bunch of sheep.
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that they made the word sheeple.
Yeah.
Like, if you just said sheep, I would have known what you were talking about. Like, I know the insult you're trying to say.
Sheeple does not make you. Sheeple actually, like, saying that actively makes you less than me.
Yeah.
You ever like? You ever think about how like words just like rhyme?
What?
Like, yeah, like George Floyd and Metroid.
You ever think that words rhyme?
No. Think of like sayings that are like very common that are just. I had a good example at some point when I was thinking about this.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Where is the rhyme in there?
Day and away,
bro. Come on.
I don't think you think enough about how words rhyme. I think you need to put a little more thought into it.
I'm gonna be honest. For about 0.2 of a second, I was like, "Wait, am I an idiot?"
Dude, imagine if I convinced
Goldstein and Dustin came to my defense.
Gaslit him into.
I was like, "Wait, what?"
No, it's just like it just so happens to work like that. Like those words just happen to whatever. You guys know.
Well, that's why it's a phrase. Because
you're kind of silly right now, bud.
Like double
trouble.
Sounds
silly.
Yeah.
It's only a phrase because it rhymes.
Yeah, but it just works out. They didn't start off being like those words should rhyme. It just happened to be that way, and then it just turned into like a very well-known thing.
Right, it became a well-known phrase because it rhymes.
It just the language just works that way. It just happened to work that way, and I think that's cool.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. I don't think is a common saying in non-English languages, though.
Well, that's what I mean.
Because it doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. English just worked out that certain words that have nothing to do with each other rhymed and then made like extremely well-known phrases.
Hey, Dustin, you want to go start our own podcast over there?
Yeah, you can't make
they're arguing about rhymes now.
Twice.
I think we need to.
We can't make
jump ship here.
Gotta go.
We can't make the same joke twice. You ever met this group?
Not that quickly between me.
I'll just say I think something is cool and then Rob will be like, well, yeah, we can't. You can't do that. I just said something was cool, man. I don't know. I just like to say things. They're kind of like, I don't know, ambiguous. Or yeah, maybe they're
Guys,
obvious.
he's quirky. Leave him alone.
I'm not like other girls, Rob. Let me be me. Let me be me.
Just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a poor boy.
Little guy, little birthday boy.
Little dude.
It's not my birthday.
Oh, Dustin, just so that you're on the same page, by the way.
Okay.
The last 2 days, we've been relentlessly making fun of Fanning for being old.
Really?
Yeah. So Rob being short is out. Fanning being old is in.
How old
is a year
Fanning's
older.
like 1 year older than us.
Yeah.
He's literally just a grade above us.
I forget. I know I started it, but then Matt took it far.
Yeah.
What was it that I said? Do you remember?
I don't know. I know he said something about I got a lot of them, and I was like, yeah, what, wrinkles?
Wow.
Every time he said something, while we're playing Overwatch, the fourth person or the fifth person on our team, though random, probably wondering why we're barely playing the game, because I'm just focusing on fucking zingers every time Fanning would open his mouth, trying to.
You're a comedian. You're just always trying to. You're on your toes.
True.
I'm like, bro.
Oh my god. Hang on. Finish your thought.
I was just gonna say it follows the same pattern of making fun of Rob for being short, because Rob is not short at all. He just happens to be. He just happens to
I'm
be
average height.
You're above average height, dude.
How tall are you?
Like 5'10", 5'11".
Oh, that's I'm like that tall.
Yeah. He just happens
does that mean
to be.
I'm tall?
Yeah, you're tall.
Okay.
He just happens to be the shortest of a group of pretty tall people.
Yeah.
And so but now Fanning follows the same thing, and in a group that's 24 to 25, he's 25 to 26, therefore he's aging.
He's different.
He
therefore we must make fun of him.
Yeah. Right. He tried to chump check me to see if I knew his birthday off rip.
Ooh, he did. You did know it.
I did know it, and then I was like, "Oh, Fanny, you know how I know that? It's because you've had so many of them."
Got him.
I just hit him. I just hit him with that. Poor guy. He's gonna be at home soon.
Oh yeah, I think I made a comment also. It's nice because Fanning can let us know if it's a good retirement home or not when we are looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can give the heads up.
Gonna find him by a bus stop.
Just waiting for his bus home.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know. I thought of this because I was like, "Oh, Matt's a comedian." About a month ago, me and my partner went to a stand-up show, and I've never been to any sort of stand-up comedy, big or small. This was a small one, like a local one, because one of her friends was in it, and we're going to support him because he does stand-up. And I fully go into these things expecting to cringe.
Yeah.
Because you're bound to get secondhand embarrassment from those things.
Yeah.
And we went, and it was the most feverish, fever dream experience I've ever had in my life. And we went to a lot of improv shows in college, Matt.
Yeah. Yep.
If you want to talk fever dream experience, this takes the cake. Just it was probably 6 or 7 comedians, all ranging from ages 30 to 50. So you get what?
Was it individual sets? Or was it improv group?
No, it was individual sets.
Okay.
And just I don't know, man. The crowd was weird too, so it didn't help. But like, just like nothing was landing for any of these guys. I specifically remember one of them, like once he realized that no one was laughing at like his planned material, he just started going off rip and just started using his gay brother as like material.
Oh no!
Which normally I'd be like, okay, maybe not, man. But his brother, who was in the audience, was the only fucking one losing his shit. So I guess it worked out for someone, but and then, you know, there was this guy up front who just kept like making snide comments, and no one said anything about it. And then our friend went up and did his set, and then the guy said something, and he goes, "What's up, man? Do you want to kiss? What's like? Do you want to hug? Are you okay? Why did you come here if you're gonna sit front row and just talk shit?" And just started using him as material. It was good.
That's pretty good.
That I'll allow. Like, you know, don't come to a show. And another thing too was like so much audience participation that was unnecessary. Like people, like audience members were like hijacking these dudes' jokes. It was like to the point where they would get confused and not remember where they like left off. You know what I mean?
No.
And then they had the headliner, and they kind of hyped him up a little. It was like, all right, like this guy is touring around the country doing comedies from Chicago. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So this guy's gonna be funny. He had to have been the worst act of the night.
Oh no!
And look, I'm not a comic, right? I don't like, you know, I don't know where I stand in saying this, but like, the man was not funny. The crowd was not reacting to the point where he pulled a card out of his back pocket with his like backup material, and he was reading off of the card.
Oh my goodness!
And then when something wouldn't land, he'd just be like, "No, okay," and then go to the next one. And then he fucking makes a joke about like getting off to autistic girls on cam websites, and I'm just
wait, what? Wait.
I was like,
wait, this just escalated. Wait a minute.
Yeah. No.
That's like when you test you're like you test the waters in like Jackbox to see what kind of group you're playing with.
Yeah. And like,
was there any lead up to that?
There was lead up. Yeah, there was lead up.
Because like I like to imagine
it didn't just come. It didn't come out of left field or anything. It was just like
I literally like to imagine that he's up there with a microphone. He's like, but that's when I realized you don't put toast in a toaster. You put in bread.
And then so just go right to that.
Autistic girl on Twitch.
Yeah. No.
Fucking
no. He there was like a little lead up. Like his jokes were very like, you know, unhinged.
Yeah.
Which like I expect from a comedy show to an extent, but then it's like if it keeps failing, why are you gonna go deeper? You know?
Yeah,
that's
you can't rap. You're already getting a bunch of duds. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that like that kind of humor is taboo. Because
no. It's very common. But look, like Matt said, he tested the group, as so to speak.
Yeah.
And then the group, I was there, the group did not give him anything.
Right. No,
and he went a step further. And it was literally, we had two of our friends left after that point. And then
he ignored the test.
There was like a joke I forget. He was like complaining about like having to do all the work when he has sex, and he's like doing these motions on stage, and he's looking one of our friends dead in the eyes while he's doing it, and he's like, "Is this the right way?" And she's just like, "Bro, I like women, I don't know." And then she left. Man.
Yeah, I can't dude, I can't even imagine. One, I can't imagine missing the test. Like, you know, it's like you start changing the name in Jackbox after you just hope no one realized who you were. You're like, okay, we're playing family friendly today.
Exactly.
Oh man, I can't even imagine go. I can't imagine doing stand up just in general.
I know that sounds scary.
Yeah.
You know what's the scariest part about it is like you have to have moments like those where you just like bomb and fucking deal with shit crowds. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
like-
in order to get better, like the best comedians, you know, that are out there, you know, whoever, fucking Kevin Hart. I'm off the top of my head, I'm thinking like John Mulaney. Like they had to have had the worst fucking times to get to where they are now.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
You have to suck before you get good at stuff.
Yeah.
At least some things you can do that in the privacy of your own home.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting world. Like I'm glad I went because now I have like that story to tell of just like how awful it was. I think it was funny that like I really got my hopes up and was like, oh, he's gonna be good because he's the headliner. Right?
Yeah, surely they vetted him.
Yeah.
Right. And
Someone had-
Chicago.
he looked like
Yeah.
serious. He looked like the real deal. And Chicago, exactly. He's touring the country. I tried to figure out like what got him even moderately famous. Famous is a stretch. I'll just say that
Like micro celebrity famous, maybe.
he's like less than D-list.
Yeah.
Like
Jeez.
I don't know. But yeah, that was my first stand-up show I ever went to. You guys see that Smosh is back?
Dude,
Yeah.
hype
Dude,
as
Ian,
fuck.
Ian and Anthony bought back Smosh. Isn't that crazy?
Now, who is Smosh? No, I'm kidding.
What?
I said I'm
He's-
kidding. I said I'm kidding.
Oh, you fuck you.
The thing is, if he had legitimately said that,
I would have believed him.
we would have believed him.
I mean, I know Smosh is like an old YouTuber creator, but like I never really watched his videos. But what is it? He got his channel back?
2 people. There's a long
There's
history.
2 of them. I
Yeah,
just spit
so-
all over my screen.
Yeah. So like, what happened? Because I saw a little bit about this, but I don't-
So
I'm not-
Smosh, founded by Ian and Anthony
Historian.
back in fucking the early 2000s. They were like
Pre-YouTube.
one of the pre-YouTube. When YouTube came out, they were one of the first channels to
Yep.
like reach top of the subscriber list.
Mhm.
They're the reason like I got into fucking film video that I
Yeah.
do not have a career in currently.
Yo, high five.
not
Yo,
gonna
Shane, high
work.
five.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, let's go.
So basically what had happened was they started getting, more popular and the demand kind of went up and they got bought by this company and had basically access to more resources to make more videos and higher budget shit like that, like as happens with a lot of channels like that. But I guess it had gotten to a point where it was starting to feel like too stressful for Anthony, so he ended up leaving. They started taking on more people and started doing way more content. Ian felt like he had to stay with Smosh, so he stayed. And then the company that bought Smosh like died,
Okay.
and which sucks because they all like had stock in the company.
Mhm.
I think that's like what the most of the deal was when they bought it. They kind of
Right,
bought
it was
for
like
stock.
Yeah, it was more for stock, but when they basically like went under, they went private, and when a company goes private, that stock is worthless.
Right.
So that happened, and then Rhett and Link, are you familiar with it? Like Good Mythical Morning?
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with that.
They bought it, and then it got to a point where Ian and Anthony were basically like, let's just buy it back and do what what made us love it in the beginning. Everyone was kind of like, oh, Anthony's never going to come back to Smosh. There was like this weird like air of like you're never gonna see the two of them together again.
Yeah.
Like I listened to, they did like a whole podcast about it on Anthony's channel for like an interview. It's just a fucking therapy session.
Yeah. I mean, there is a couple, like one podcast that I listened to, Anthony was on, and they kind of talked about like they kind of separated for a little bit. Like they were kind of like, and then they like Ian and Anthony, like they were kind of like their relationship was like kind of rocky for a little bit.
Yeah, it's
and
a little strained.
A little strained, but then they like actually like talked it out, and they were like, "Oh, we're pretty good now." And then that was like months ago.
Yeah, and they came back.
Yeah, I guess. And
they put out a sketch last week, and it was good, but like I'm happy.
They're not
happy they're back, but like it's, I don't know how to put it. Like it felt like old Smosh.
As close to old Smosh could be.
Right. It's kind of goofy, and it's definitely something I probably would have found more, like the mannerisms and behaviors would be more funny to me when I was 13. But
yeah.
But now it's like the references they make and like shit like that is like shit that I understand. Like in their announcement that they were buying back Smosh, like Ian's mom, who's like a regular character, shows up and she's just talking about, she's like, I'm missing XQC's stream right now, like, like whatever. Yeah. Like shit like that. Like I think that's so funny. But then like the mannerisms are like, I don't know, just goofy. But it's cool. It's cool that something that people thought would never happen again, you know?
Yeah, it's when I remember like the day that they like announced it. That's insane. It's back.
It's
back. Did they still open the video of the shut up?
Yeah.
Shut
Hell
up.
Yeah.
They got a little new animation for it too.
Bro, I had an app on my iPod Touch that was their app that just said "shut up."
I had that too.
Yeah, it was great. And my mom asked me what it was. I was like, "It's a
Smosh.
thing, dude." Listening to fucking the use Fire Truck. Remember Fire Truck?
I used to listen to the music all the time.
Dude, Fire Boxman.
Yup.
Oh my god. It's huge.
It's crazy. I'm interested to see what they do. A lot of their content is like catered to patrons though, so you won't get a ton unless you pay. Just like
I watch,
valid. Like they're probably going into it with not a lot of resources once again.
Yeah. Kind of like Lubbock Rap Battles did the same thing when they went like independent.
Yeah.
I watched a video that was, I think I had seen it once before, but then I had rewatched it recently because of the whole Smosh thing. And it was all of the times they had made like "Where's Anthony" jokes.
Yep.
And it was like, yeah, and some of when they hit, they were really funny. But that would probably be like 5 or 10% of them.
Yeah.
Like I felt like
really the rest of them were just awkward.
Yeah. Or it's like it was like also the ones that only hit were the ones that when Ian made them. And maybe that's just because I'm like, who are these people? I don't know these people.
So,
why are they talking about it?
I like them in the sense that like they're, so one of them was on iCarly, Shane Top. That was his name. The blonde dude.
Yeah.
I've been watching a few of them months ago. I'd been watching a few of them. I like to watch like less of the sketch shit and more of the like they do like try not to laugh things where they just like do characters in front of each other, and I think those are pretty funny. Like
that's pretty much all I watch with Smosh.
They're like an improv troupe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is cool. but it was cool because when they made the Anthony announcement and that Smosh is back, Anthony started being more frequent on like he did a try not to laugh, and he did a couple other things with them, which I think was really awesome. It's very cool. But there was definitely like a huge shift in, when they started bringing more money in and getting more people involved. They started doing more with it. I will say, like, as much as it sucked to see like them kind of like split up, Anthony like really did a lot with his channel. Like, he has that whole series where he just interviews people.
Good.
I love watching those. I think it's
a really good show.
It's a really good show, and he's gotten like a lot of big names on there too, which is sick. Yeah. But
there's hope for the world. If Smosh can come back,
if Smosh can come back, Kappa Sigma Nut can come back.
Don't you even dare.
I tried showing those to my girlfriend. No trust. Trash talk.
Don't even bring it up, man.
Shannon, are you familiar with Rooster Teeth and Red vs. Blue and all that?
Yes, but I never watched them. Like, I don't know the lore.
Okay. Well, I just saw an announcement today. Red vs. Blue doing their final season this fall.
Really?
Like, that was like the Halo thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of so the opposite of Smosh. It's ending.
Yeah, it's ending. Red vs. Blue done this fall.
Smosh will never end.
What season number are they on? Like 17?
I think it's in the 20s by now.
No.
So it's been ongoing?
So I remember the last season. Oh, you know what? You might be right, because when I stopped watching was a number of years ago, and I think they were on 13 or 14 at the time.
I think
you're closer to right, Robert. This will be a season 19.
19.
I think I stopped watching season 3. I want to say 13.
From what I can remember of Red vs. Blue, I'm trying to remember because it all blends together. But like, I think the first 10 or so seasons are really good, and then they've reached a point where it started going downhill and they lost.
I remember
and I'm trying to remember what point it was.
Some of it was on Netflix. I remember watching it on Netflix.
I remember seeing it.
Wait,
on Netflix.
So it was on Netflix?
Yeah,
they have a Netflix thing. Yeah,
some of it was on Netflix, but it was like weirdly, they were like really long episodes. Like, it wasn't as cut up as it is Like they were like all in like one.
They like combine them.
Yeah. It's like
it was like the early episodes, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like when you see those videos that are it's like a video game, but it's just the cutscenes and they call it a movie.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It was basically like that, but you watched it on Netflix, and that's how I started. And then I started watching. I remember I got up until the point where I was watching it as it was coming out, and then that's roughly where I fell off of it. I remember the first episode. That's about it.
I remember the lore that they had developed started getting very intricate. And I started having to take notes to keep track of who was who and stuff.
Yeah, they started getting pretty crazy with it.
I don't think it's too much of an understatement to say that they tried pulling off almost like a Game of Thrones-esque narrative. Not from the beginning, certainly, but like I remember because they had like a bunch of agents with state names, and then they had like their AI counterpart, which was like
once the AI started getting involved, and that's when it started getting crazy.
Yeah, that's when it started getting hard to keep track of.
Did
Because you had like Ada was this minor character and Iota was this minor one. And it was hard to keep track of.
Did Red versus Blue predict AI?
Oh my god.
Oh my
Right?
gosh.
Oh my
Did-
god, they predicted AI? Wow.
Red versus Blue predicted ChatGPT, and here's how: 20-minute, 2-hour fucking.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, I do freelance for a company like on the other side of the country, and they do like a lot of webinars and stuff just for like businesses. And like, it's gotten to the point where like the webinars I'm editing now are like about these small businesses discovering ChatGPT
Oh,
and like
boy.
how to use it to elevate their business,
Dude,
which
I
is like
can't-
cool, but it's like it's crazy that like that it's
I can't wait to have
It's
to
growing
deal with
and spreading.
kids solving their math homework with ChatGPT. It's gonna be amazing.
Um,
I'm gonna
My
give
heard
them
from other
a
teachers it'll
word.
be easy to tell.
I'm gonna give them a word problem. They're gonna answer it. As an AI, I'm not sure. However, I'm gonna be like nice. Oh,
Shane, yeah,
Oh,
you watched
boy.
a couple episodes.
of the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I drive a lot for work now, and I just be listening to podcasts.
Did you
I
see
said I
the-
had some things to talk about based on what you said, but I really didn't. I don't know where I got that from.
Dude, you
Thanks.
lied just to get on the
I was just
podcast.
talking.
It's all
Well,
good.
no, I know Matt will let me on whenever.
Dude,
Yeah.
true. If you asked, I'd probably be replaced in a heartbeat. So
Damn.
Well, I mean that you're definitely going before Dustin now.
Oof. Well,
Yeah,
first it
after
was
the-
Dustin.
Quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was the thing. Actually, I was answering along with you guys. I was answering these, and I was like, "Damn, I might be Matt's best friend." And then he started asking D&D questions. I'm like, "Oh, nope, you lost me."
well, yeah,
But,
you
like,
weren't gonna
Yeah, you
know
wouldn't know
the
much about
There-
that.
I
There's
named
definitely-
eight. I named 8 of the TF2 classes out of 9.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
would've
I
won.
Oh,
named-
you got
I
one
know-
more than me. Shit.
the one I forgot was engineer.
Isn't that the one that that all of us forgot too?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
know
did
Matt.
get
I know Matt's middle name. Right, that was the first one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. My Pokemon team for him. Ready for this?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
excited.
yeah.
Yeah. Oddish,
True.
Plume, Vileplume. And then I said just Decidueye. And then
Decidueye's kind of cool.
Virizion, for if you want a little legendary action in there. And then I said another Oddish for good measure. And then I don't remember. I don't think I finished the episode, if I'm being real with you.
It's okay. Me neither.
That's fair.
We had to design a hat.
But I did listen. I caught an editing error. And you have to go and fix it right now.
Yeah,
Wait,
sure. What's
what?
up?
You said I'll edit in music, and you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
never did that.
Yeah,
He
well,
does that
okay.
a lot.
Okay.
I mean, granted,
Look-
I guess I get it. Not wanting to sit through the.
My-
Dude, this last
So, well, you
episode, he
edit.
didn't even edit in the gameplay.
yeah,
My
man.
favorite thing is when Matt says, "Hey, me in the future do this," and then seemingly him in the future just goes, "No."
Honestly, Dustin, that's what happens. I go, fuck you, I'm like, fuck you giving me work. What are you doing? Who do you think you are?
Stop doing it.
Stop
Well-
giving yourself work.
I'm not, hey, I'm not letting that guy boss me around, all right?
Oh my
That ain't
God.
happening.
Neither are you letting that guy boss you around. Apparently, you're both just being stubborn against each other. No, I'm gonna keep telling you to do things. I'm gonna keep not doing them.
yeah,
Dude,
it's
have
complicated.
I had the opposite situation today, so this is really funny. So, I've explained before about how I helped run the an event for speedrunning called the 1545. What it is kind of irrelevant to this, but I've been off and on for like years, been thinking about trying this basically challenge or whatever, and I'd basically given up on it. I was watching a YouTube video today that I had helped. I don't want to say help create. I was consulted for, I guess. Someone was basically making a big video on the history of the event. and seeing that I was very integral to the beginning of it, they had interviewed me for it. I was watching the video, and then the guy was talking about how the first any percent version of it was completed by me with a time of like 25 and a half hours. And then he read out the comment that I typed like 4 years ago. And he was literally just read out my own comment word for word. And it got me so emotional that I've started getting ready to do it again.
Damn.
You inspired yourself?
Right, exactly. I inspired myself.
It's huge,
Oh my
man.
god.
I was like, this is really funny.
Oh, that reminds me. Talking to your
Yes.
former self.
Yeah.
In 2012, I gotta see if I can find this, but in 2012, I did one of those things where you write a letter to your future self, and then it
Oh.
emails you. It's like
Oh,
like 10 years later or something like that.
All right, sure.
I gotta find it though. Hang on. Found it.
Okay.
So this was in Christmas Eve, 2012.
Okay.
Dear future me, this is you in the past. It is Christmas Eve, and I am so happy because people said that the world was gonna end, but it didn't. By now,
Solid start.
people have probably come up with another end of the world date. Am I right? Derp.
derp. Derp. Oh my god.
Hope you have good grades now, and hopefully you don't say derp and Ermagerd all the time. And I hope,
I like how even in 2012 you're like, stop saying derp.
We gotta bring it back.
it's gonna come back in 2025, guys.
Yo, 2025, the year of derp.
We're bringing
Hope-
dirt back.
Hope you have good grades now, and hopefully you don't say derp
Hope you
and
have good
Ermagerd.
grades now, dude. Even in school.
And I hope you're YOU happy and have or have had a girlfriend at least. So yeah, right now I have like 37 games on Steam and 7 on PS3. Probably by now you have more. So I hope you're having a good time and stuff. See ya, Broham.
Wait, see a what?
Broham.
Program.
My God.
Damn. How many games on Steam do you have now?
More than 37. I can tell you that
35.
much.
He refunded
It
two of
went
them.
down.
he refunded 2 of them.
Oh my god.
I don't I never did an email thing like that. But what's funny is that I don't know, how long have you been streaming, Shane?
Since 2020.
So something that I am coming to terms with like somewhat recently is, as strange as it sounds, I'm actually approaching my 10-year anniversary of streaming, basically.
Damn.
Because I believe my first stream was April of 2014 at a tournament.
So have you've been streaming that long?
Off and on, yeah. There was
Yeah.
times where I would take like years off.
Yeah. Whether your first stream was
Like, for example, a good amount of 2015, I just didn't stream really at all.
sure.
But yeah, I've been streaming for a long time, and I'd go back, and because I don't highlight a lot of my streams, I really don't. But so like the oldest highlighted stream, and it doesn't help that this is technically my second account too. But I occasionally will go back to a highlighted stream that I did like 7-8 years ago, like something crazy like that. And it's crazy just hearing myself from back then talking. It's like, god damn.
Yeah, I have a lot of archived media of myself from past years and just hearing my voice, seeing my face is such a. I hate it, but like it's also like I love the nostalgia of it. Like it's just crazy that like look how far we've come.
Oh yeah.
Look at us now.
Luckily, I have no cringe media from Minecraft.
Let's pause there. Yes, you do, sir.
So
Remember that
Yeah,
Minecraft
we did a
video we
YouTube
did?
video
Remember that
analysis.
You
Minecraft
should
video
have
we
filmed
did?
the studios.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started.
Now that's your incentive to edit shit out, future Matt. Yeah, future Matt, go and edit this out unless you want to suffer eternally.
Future Matt's gonna be like,
I don't
"Yeah, I
know.
don't care."
He might. Hey, he might be busy. He might be a little busy.
Future Matt says, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
What about you, Dustin? You got embarrassing media like that?
No, I don't really media myself, especially when I was younger.
Smart. You're smart.
This podcast is really my first time mediating myself.
Love
Damn.
that for you.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't wait for this to screw you over in 10 years.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Dude, I can't wait.
how is it gonna screw him over though? What's gonna happen?
How is it going to screw over Rob's run for the House of Representatives?
Oh
I'll find a
yeah.
way.
Speaking of which, I was gonna say, if I get elected to the House, I'm still doing the podcast. Don't worry,
Hell yeah! Fireside chats. Let's
Put me on
go.
your cabinet.
dude. Not only am I still doing the podcast, I'm still streaming on Twitch.
Still gonna do speed runs.
Dude, I think it would be funny if
You're
you
gonna be
could
the
just
only
join
one
your, like,
in the House of Reps that
join your
does
house,
speed runs.
join your member of the House of Representatives Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. to watch him play Pokemon Crystal.
That's right.
I'm just sitting there like, yo, yeah, we passed that bill today. It was pretty chill. Thanks
Hey,
for
what's
the
up,
sub.
chat?
Thanks for the 5 bits. It helps a lot.
Do you have a goal for your next re-election campaign?
Whoa, AOC's fee with the
stop
200
gold.
biddies.
Holy shit! Thank you for the raid, President Biden.
Here's the thing, though. Like, all right, so like, imagine if I did this, right?
Thanks for the
And then
15
imagine
months.
if I started getting like other members of the House on stream.
AOC
Like, you know for a fact, AOC would do it.
You would
Sure he has.
you would successfully get everyone else to leave Twitch. Except I like AOC. At the time where she streamed Among Us with Critical and Pokimane, that was pretty sick.
Dude,
Dun, 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 dun.
I
I
can't
think-
believe that's a thing that like is in our history. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kinda
Dude.
crazy.
effective. I think politics should be more like that.
What Among Us?
I think politics should be more like Among Us.
We press a big red button. We vote someone off the ship.
Here's the thing. I know you're obviously memeing, but like, at the same time, I do think that there is some value in having a political figure who does stream regularly, because I feel like that actually makes them feel, relatable.
If
Yeah.
if a politician says poggers, I am going to vote for them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all it takes?
That's all it takes.
I
Just do
don't
cocaine and say
care.
poggers.
Well, I can't
If-
do one of those things.
If goddamn
You could.
dude, if
The
if-
other one
Rob,
is
you could
just-
say Poggers.
Yep.
Yeah.
if Dark Brandon says poggers, I'm voting for him I'm getting rid of term limits.
We're getting
Every
rid
damn
of term
time.
limits. Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of him. I want him 16 more years. Let's beat the record. Dark
Yeah.
Brandon. Brandon Biden. Fuck yeah. Poggers.
King.
He says it's like Omega Lol. Those Republicans, right? Omega Lol, cringe, weird champ. Imagine how
So
cool
Donald
that
Trump-
would be.
So Donald Trump has won the Republican primary for president again. Who megalol?
Oh my goodness.
L.
New resident Sleepy Joe emote.
Resident Sleepy Joe.
Joe Biden, are you gonna finally eliminate student debt? No Meggies.
Why? He passed a bill. He did everything he could. And then the
True.
Supreme Court said no.
People shrug.
Oh my god. Peepo Beepo. White people sad.
Why people?
Sorry guys, I tried. White people sad. So rip.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this new Instagram threads or meta threads, whatever the fuck.
Is
Yeah,
this
Threads
something?
launched
I,
the other
is
day.
this something I can do right now? Can
Yeah.
I join Thread? I can. Shit.
Yeah,
It's in
I'm
the
on
App
it.
Store, yeah.
I've been
Elon
talking
Musk
so
is-
much shit about it lately, but
Dude.
like, I'm on it.
Musk has already like filed like a formal complaint or something.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it is.
absurd.
It is Twitter, but yeah, it's just goofy. I mean, the whole thing.
Hey,
is
you're not
goofy.
allowed to hire the people I fired.
I hate. I think I don't even hate it. Yeah, Twitter sucks. Elon Musk is goofy. I think it's silly that every time Twitter imposes new restrictions or some new shit comes out about it, everyone's like, "Oh, this new app." You know, like last time it was like when Elon first took over and all those people started leaving. They were like, "Twitter's gonna die. Twitter's gonna die." Everyone go on like I think it was Hive was a big one at the time. that
Yeah,
people
yeah,
started
yeah,
trying,
yeah.
and then 2 weeks passed and people were just like, "Okay, whatever." And now it's happening again with Threads, which I think is silly. But at the same time, in the event that that does happen, I think Threads is a contender to, you know, go head to head with Twitter. But I foresee this just doing the same thing and lasting like 2 or 3 weeks and then everyone back on Twitter.
Yeah.
Realizes that it's
That's
all
always how it
just
be.
what screenshots from Twitter, and people just realize they don't have to.
One thing I really don't get is why Threads isn't just built into Instagram. Because it's what it is. It's in it. You know, Meta owns it. I guess in that same argument, why wouldn't Facebook and Instagram be in the same app? But like Threads is kind of laid out and Jesus Christ, these fucking cats are bouncing around the house. It's laid out
And
and
no
like
tickers at your
uses-
house. Sorry, go ahead.
just like the layouts are very similar between the two. So like I don't know why they're just not part of the same app. But again, I'm talking so much shit and I have it. So what ground am I standing on? I don't know. As content creators, we gotta stay on top of it.
How do I log in? Oh no,
You press the login button.
bro. I don't have access to my Facebook.
What happened?
It kept saying that, like, it would be like, we had a weird login. You should change your password, and I did. And then it would happen again, and then I did. And eventually, it got to the point to where I couldn't remember what the password is, so I kept changing it, or it kept making me change it, so I forgot. And then it's like, no, you can't change your password anymore. You need to like upload your ID, and I just haven't done that yet.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, so I have no idea.
A pretty popular local band, like in the Rhode Island area, their Instagram got hacked, and I thought it was funny because the guy who hacked it just simply replaced their posts and profile information with his own just for the followers. And I think it's funny because like the page, I guess it's a lot, but like the page had 8,000 followers, which I guess is a lot to some, but like in the grand scheme of things, I think it's kind of a silly number, and just to hack it and just make it your own account is it's just funny.
Our friend Fenning's Facebook account got hacked a while ago, and he just doesn't care. And every now and again, you just go and check it. You go check on it, and he's like changed his profile picture,
No.
and he's like responding to he's like talking to people.
Yikes.
I remember
He's
someone
just-
wished
He's just
someone
having a
wished
good
me
time.
a happy birthday, and he heart reacted to it.
Aw,
Yeah,
how nice.
like that. You
The
don't.
person who hacked Fannon's account.
At
is
least
responding
they're-
to birthday messages that aren't for him.
At least they're carrying on.
At least they're friendly.
Rest in peace, Fanning. You know, I just can't believe he's dead.
Yeah.
I know, man.
I told you
But I'm
guys
glad.
about.
I'm glad the hackers, carrying his legacy on.
I told
I
you
mean,
guys
he
about how
was getting
my
up
old
there in
Facebook
age.
account got hacked, right?
Once
Did
he hit the retirement home.
So I had made a Facebook account years and years ago. I basically never used it. But then, like, one day I started getting interesting emails about that account. So I looked into it. And I'm guessing that it was hacked because all of a sudden I was making a lot of posts in Arabic.
Yeah,
There it is.
My name was Arabic, a lot of Arabic. I was following a lot of Arabic people. And this is where it gets crazy. I did nothing about it for like 5 years. Just kind of let it sit
Let it
there.
happen.
So there was like an Arabic account on Facebook, but it was like my face on the profile picture stuff. So like, that was.
Did you fix it?
Yeah, eventually I got the login information and deleted it and stuff. It was weird.
Poor guy.
I don't
Save
know
Rob.
why they hack into an account and not just make a new one at that point. It's not like I had any followers.
You're like the most famous person on Facebook.
Trust me, I was far from that.
I don't believe you.
Okay,
Hey,
I didn't
yo,
say you had to believe me.
yo, Shane, just confirmed your follower request on Threads.
Oh, did I send you a request?
Yeah.
It gave me my whole followers list from Instagram and was like, "Do you want to follow all the same people?" And I said, "Yeah."
Oh, I
Why
said
the fuck
no.
wouldn't I? That's so weird.
I said no, and now I wish I did. I don't know how to get that back.
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
Oh, guess you're screwed.
I guess I'm fucked. I'll
I
never.
guess
I'll
you're
never.
screwed.
I don't know.
I'll never-
Something feels like off about this app though. I don't know what I don't like.
Probably the fact they're collecting all your data and selling it.
Who doesn't have it by this point?
Not really.
Who doesn't? I'm pretty sure there's like 10 of me in the world already because they all just have my information.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny because I have a friend who, like, for a long time refused to download any like game clients on his PC, like the ones that install like a kernel on your PC, and like he's just like, I don't want my information. I was like, do you have a smartphone? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
It's impossible not to.
Yeah. If you have a smart device or a fucking computer, congratulations. Your information exists in the fucking
The ether.
the ether. Yep.
Yeah.
It is out
And
there.
it's like, yo, you want to steal my identity? Come take it. I don't want it.
Go for it, bro. I'm like 30K in debt.
Yeah.
You know what have I got to lose?
Yeah, like you want to be me? We'll trade. Come on.
Let's try. Yeah.
I'm good.
What you got?
Hey, you wanna just keep trading identities?
Back and forth.
Why can't we just?
Well,
trade
no, you need a
identities?
link
Like,
cable
what's
for that.
True. I
Yeah.
don't have one. yeah, I mean, yeah, I always had to trade with myself to evolve things.
Yeah,
And,
lame.
yeah, I didn't have friends I didn't have any friends with a link cable.
I did, and he went and I got up to use the bathroom, and he traded my level 100 Swampert to him. Fucked up. Never forgave him for that. There's trauma.
Bro.
Bro.
Our kids suck.
Hmm?
Kids are awful. They'll just steal your hard-earned Pokemon.
And it's messed up.
For what?
For your Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's what.
Well, yeah, but I wonder. Do you think anyone like thinks back to the time they stole someone's Pokemon, or like
No.
scammed someone out of a Pokemon card trade and feel bad about it?
Maybe.
Like years later, like they're like 26, ancient, and they're like, "Damn, I can't believe I did that." And then then there's nothing they can do. They can't remedy that. They're just gonna have to live with that they were that person at one point in their life. Or maybe they don't care. I feel like the normal thing is
They
just
probably don't care.
The normal thing is to not care. But I think if someone had like a huge like come to God moment
Yeah.
where they realized that they did something wrong.
No.
Dude. Shane, I can't believe you haven't lost a Pokemon.
You've been waiting for me to lose one?
Not that I wanted to.
You need content? You want me to lose a Pokemon? Well, guess what? We're about to evolve this thing.
Whoa, okay, wait, that's huge. That's even better.
Audio listeners, this thing is a Magikarp.
Yeah. For the people that don't have visual.
Yeah, for the blind.
I've been slowly leveling them up. We're almost there. Huh?
This is an incredibly long battle.
Yeah. And I can't zoom. You know how painful it has been not zooming?
I appreciate you.
No, it's okay. It's for the content. Damn it.
No.
It's alright. It's alright, another one. The next one should be fine. I'm gonna wait for an encounter. Fuck it. See what this guy
Huge.
has. See what he has. It'll be a good addition for my team.
Mm-hmm.
If I switch train him here, we're good.
I need it.
I need it.
I hope the Threads is better than Instagram because I can't. My Instagram's messed up.
Is it because it's connected to your Facebook, which you're locked out of?
No, actually, Instagram works fine. It's just I scroll through it and all I get is like things to like about graphic design, and it being like don't use graphic design this way. Do graphic design this way. And it shows a bunch of
doing
stuff
it wrong.
And if it's like I don't use Illustrator, I can't
Instagram
use any
caught
of
on
this.
one little interest that you have and decided to make it your whole feed.
Yeah, but it's not even right. They got the program wrong, but now they're like, you want this. I'm like, maybe if they had gotten it correct. It used to just be shit posts. That used to be the only thing I got on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, that's just exactly how I want every social media I have to be. But yo,
It's happening.
It's him.
God, I've been waiting for this.
It's the guy.
What if I just cancel it?
So, gonna be honest, kind of missed the last couple minutes of the podcast because I just had the weirdest conversation on Discord.
You alright?
Yeah, you good?
So
Is that
I
the
got
Nazis again?
a notification. This is the conversation I had with this person. So they posted Friday night after party. How is everyone at 6 a.m.? At RobTheGamer115 is cheating? So I sent a question mark. They said, BTW, is it your BD at 11/5? Huh? Is it your
Wait.
birthday at 11:05?
Is this DMs? Like,
No, this is so. I help run another speedrunning another bingo speedrunning event that I help run.
yeah.
So there's like a private meme chat in that Discord that like there's like 12 of us in. So it's in that chat. But it's just me and this one person talking. So they said, "Is it your birthday at 11:05?" I said, "No, my birthday's in January." "Oh, okay, just checking if you have some same numbers usage as Floha." Floha's another person in the group. 258 is for 25 AUG. Floha and my birthday. Smiley face. Sorry, I'm drunk. I'll shut up.
Well, there you go. You answered it.
I literally
Answered the
responded
question.
with, "I kind of pieced that together. LOL."